aces. Start with the basics. Check out the stream if you wanna see the greatness. Talking to these artists on an independent basis. All you creatives, tell them what your name is. My name is Platinum Max, I'm with Drawing Aces. It's a platform that you gotta call amazing. Interviewing all the stars in the making, paving the way all across the nation. Big in the world of indie comics. Stop by if you gotta pimp your project, or maybe just show off a little progress, or just kick back and talk some nonsense. And you can check out the watch along, cracking jokes on a movie like a marathon. Ayo, let me tell you what channel's on. Yes, Drawing Aces, you can tag along. Drawing Aces, start with the basics. Check out the stream if you wanna see the greatness. Talking to these artists on an independent basis. All you creatives, tell them what your name is. Drawing Aces, start with the basics. Check out the stream if you wanna see the greatness. Talking to these artists on an independent basis. All you creatives, tell them what your name is.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the P.I.M.P, your project stream. I am here with some great creators, and we're going to talk about some very cool projects. First off, I'm here with my tag team partner, as always, my blunt brother, Sim. How are you?
I'm doing great. And hi, Doc. How's it going?
It's going well. My chair is sinking, but there we go.
There we go. Get things situated here. So, yes, we have Doc Hogg, who is the creator behind Tilt 2, live on Indiegogo. If you guys haven't before, this is a simple stream. We talk about different projects. We don't go usually more than an hour, but we like to give spotlight to creators and their projects. So tonight we will spotlight Tales from the Netverse, Tilt 2, and we'll show a little bit for these. So thank you for joining us, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. All right, so let's get down to business.
Yeah, but first, I'd like to do one thing.
All right, go ahead.
I'm doing it. You just have to share my screen.
It's that time again, my friends. Time to get tilted. The campaign for Tilt Part 2 is underway. Jennifer Poehler was in danger after mobsters murdered her dad. For her protection, spirits gave her the power to make the characters in an ordinary deck of playing cards come alive. Now she has to use that power to eliminate the mobsters who killed her dad. In issue 2, it is time for the mobsters to face the music. But what price will Jennifer pay? Will her recklessness catch up with her? Find out and back Tilt Part 2. Brought to you by the same team that brought you issue 1. Written by David Doc Hogg Hoegberg. Illustrated by Marcos Lima. Colored by Lenore King. And lettered by D. Jason Meadows. Bringing you 32 pages of sexiness, surprises, and slaughter. Tilt Part 2, now on Indiegogo. It's superheroes meet the Sopranos, and this time, the Sopranos get whacked.
That's awesome.
Cool ones. I love
that was very cool.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So it's kind of hard to beat after. It's kind of like, tell us about the book.
Well, why don't I share my screen? That way I can.
Oh, there you go.
That might make it a little easier. Actually, since I'll just do the application window, it might be a little easier. Yeah, there we go. Oh, did I yank that? There we go. Okay.
Yep, there we go.
Yeah. Well, things are looking good. Like I said, back in the green room, I am. We are 51% funded now, with campaigns not even halfway over yet, getting close. But no, when you're a little bit ahead of the curve, it's always a good feeling. Yeah, the elevator pitch is it's superheroes meet the Sopranos, and the Sopranos get whacked. For anyone who doesn't know, it's the main character, Jennifer Poller. Her dad was murdered by mobsters, and the mobsters are out to get her. So in the afterlife, her dad begs the spirit to give Jennifer a power to that can protect her, and he gives her the ability to make the characters in a deck of cards, the kings, queens, and jacks, come alive. And however, the price of that power is that she has to use it to eliminate the mobsters. And she just gets that going in part one. In part two, the mobsters, it's time for them to really face the music. It's going to be a pretty big slaughter. But toward the end, her recklessness is going to come back well, it's going to come back to bite her, shall we say. And how is that going to bite her? Well, you're going to have to back part two to find out, but that will lead into part three, which will be the final part in this particular story arc. Excuse me, the various perks here, you can get sorry, usually I'm a lot chipper than this, but it's
It's late.
Trust me, man, I get
yeah.
it. Like I just finished up work, got something to eat, got to relax a little bit, and I was like, all right, time to stream.
Yeah. Well, you can get both covers.
yeah,
The standard, yeah, you can get both covers. Both covers, the standard and variant cover, is the featured perk for people who are overseas. By which I mean anywhere outside of the United States. You can get the PDF, which is especially people who are overseas is. A lot of them seem to appreciate that. And the standard cover was drawn by David Ocampo. It draws off of the Steven Seagal movie Under Siege, the wonderful scene with Erica Laniak. And I'm drawing on that scene in the book. That is basically how they set up the mobsters for the big slaughter. The head mobster, Johnny Ricca, is having a birthday party. They're going to have a stripper and a cake. And Jennifer and the Jacks kidnap the stripper, and Jennifer puts herself in the cake, and then throws out the cards at the party, and it's game on. Let's see. So you can get just one physical copy if you want, with either the standard cover, the variant cover. The variant cover was drawn by Vic King, and it was colored by Rosetta Allen. And what's going on here is her dad, Larry, is, his arms are out. He's trying to protect her from the two mob hitmen here. One of the mob hitmen, the one on the left here, is his face is actually drawn like the spirit in part one that gave her the power to make the characters in the deck of cards come alive. The reason is it's like, well, it does this power protect her, or does it put her in danger? It's not entirely clear. So to reflect that, that's why I had Vic draw his face kind of like the spirit. Here's a couple of pages. This is the opening page at the where she's giving the mobsters giving them a treat, and then
I gotta just say, that might be the best opening page in Comicsgate. So well done.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. And well, no, it's nice. I mean, my artist Marcos Lima has just done a great job, and Uh, we realized about a couple weeks ago, it's like, no, wait, she was supposed to be wearing boots, not these he had these high heel shoes, and we realized they weren't boots, so he had to go back and redo them, which meant Lenore had to go back and redo the colors. Lenore King, my colorist, had to go back and redo the colors a little bit. Had a few minor mishaps like that, but this is page 2. Where she's the final panel here, or the one in the middle is the head mobster. The guy on the left here is one of the people who purchased the tier last time of getting drawn into the comic, and she's just thrown out the cards, and they're like holy shit. And then here is a scene that is going to be colored soon, where the Jacks and the Kings are taking out various mobsters. One of them gets shot by the head mobster, Johnny Ricca. And this scene here, a couple of the mobsters are trying to restrain 2 of the Jacks, and the King of Clubs sees this and says, line them up, boys. And then he takes one swing with his sword and decapitates to varying degrees the mobsters here. And let's see, we've got a couple of pinups for sale. The first one here was drawn and colored by Lakem Amir. Jiggities here has double meaning. Jiggity is a pair of jacks in poker. Slang for that is jiggity. And also it's a play on Giggity from Family Guy, Glenn from Family Guy. So jiggities, because, the jacks here are stealing a nice little glance at Jennifer. And then this is one from Archsider called Jennifer with Junk in the Trunk. This pinup, actually, I used that image for the thumbnail initially for the video, and well, you can guess why that's no longer the thumbnail for that video. good old YouTube's algorithm.
Yes. I gotta say that is a great pinup by Archsider, dude. Incredible.
Yeah, he's done some nice stuff. He actually sent me some. It was just kind of by happenstance. He sent me some fan art last time, and I liked it so much that I said, let's make it part of the stretch goal. And this time I said, let's make it just part of the 2 pinups that you can purchase. They come as a package, though, so they're both in the both. You don't have to buy them separately. They're part of just one add-on of that you can get. And then there's the special tilt deck of cards. This was also drawn by, this is going to be on the back of the deck of cards. This was drawn by Vic King and colored by Rosetta Allen. And yeah, this the deck of cards will have on the reverse side, on the front side, it's actually going to have custom kings, queens, and jacks this time. The jacks were drawn and colored by Jeff Craven. Just so you know, what I usually do is just take the weapons that are actually on the actual deck of cards. The Jack of Clubs, for example, here has a sword, but some of the jacks, like the Jack of Diamonds, Jack of Spades, it's not entirely clear what weapons they're holding. Sometimes they're holding like flowers, manly stuff, right? But so I just went through a bunch of just started looking through a bunch of weapons with blades and picked what I thought were some of the cooler ones. These ones here with the Jack of Diamonds is holding are called Kamas, Kama, and the ones that the Jack of Spades is holding are called these curved swords are called Sickas, Sicca. Then you have the custom queens, Queen of Clubs, Queen of Diamonds, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Spades, which were drawn and colored by Lenore King. Queen of Spades, in particular, her suit is modeled on the old Black Widow costume. We just colored it white. And then there's the custom kings by Lakem Amir, and we've got the King of Hearts, King of Spades, and King of Diamonds, and he's just finished the King of Clubs. I will be sending that out as an update tomorrow, and then putting it up here. So all of the art for the deck of cards is now finished. What else? If you would like to get the pinups as posters, of course, many of you probably know that a pinup is just a poster, but it's folded. Well, if you don't want it folded, that is an option. You will be able to get all of the pinups as posters, all the ones from the Tilt 1 campaign here, the pinup or the art that was done by Lenore King, the two pinups from the one by Archsider, and the Virgin version of the standard cover from Part 1, plus the two pinups from the stretch goal. This first one's by Lenore. It's all the queens plus with a bonus Jennifer, and then the Virgin version of the standard cover of Part 2, and then also the two that are available for purchase. They will all come in this this nice. If you want to put my my camera up real quick. You can do that instead of the in this nice plastic sleeve, so no creases, no folds, and that is available for purchase as an add-on, but limited number of them. I've only got 10 of these available, and 4 have already been claimed, so grab those. Grab one of those as quickly as you can. Also, I have art that is for purchase. It will also be coming in this nice plastic sleeve. This is the art of the deck of back of the deck of cards. This is the color by Rosetta Allen. The inks by Vic King is also available. This will come as that will come as just one package. You'll get both the inks and the color. I don't have the inks from Vic yet. They are in the mail. This is another one here. The art from the standard cover. This is the colors by Rosetta Allen, and the inks by Vic King are on the way to my P.O. box, but they will come also in this nice plastic sleeve. And those two will also come as a package. And then there is the reissue cover. If and I'll talk about this in just a second, but if you were unable to buy Part 1 the first time around, I'm offering the reissue of Part 1 for $8, the physical copy. You can also get the just for $1 as an add-on the digital copy of Part 1 as well. This is the original art of the reissue cover, the inks and the color by Alan D. Gray. And I'm just going to bring it a little close because this just it looks that much nicer up close. The image on the web page does, on the Indiegogo page, just doesn't quite do it justice. So all of these are available for purchase. You can put it back on, if you could put it back on my Indiegogo page real quick. Thanks. All those are available for purchase, and those will come with all the standard perks. You'll get 2 physical copies of the comic with the standard and variant cover. You will get the Tilt deck of cards, the 2 pinups, and a digital copy with the original art. And then there are still ways to get drawn into Part 3. Those will also come with the 2 physical copies, the digital copy, the Tilt deck of cards, and the 2 pinups as well. You can play cards with. You'll get to play a hand of cards with Jennifer in Part 3, and then you'll get whacked. You'll basically be kind of a low-level thug. And then there's another one where you will actually be, there's going to be a thug who's going to attack Jennifer in Part 3. Jennifer will pull out a card and the Jack of Hearts to protect her. You will be the thug who is the friend of the thug who attacks her, and you'll be kind of egging him on. And then once the Jack rescues her, you will give up some information to Jennifer that she needs, and to further the story along in part 3, and then you will get whacked. And then the last one that's available is you will either be the one of the mob hitmen will survive the slaughter in part 2. That'll be Marco Tessio, and you can either be his friend or his girlfriend. I designed this to be good for a female fan who wants to get drawn into Tilt part 3. You will also give up information to Jennifer, and you might just survive, although maybe a little worse for wear, maybe missing a finger or two. And there were a couple others, but another piece of original art, but that's been sold out. In the Spirit of Chaos, this was also ideal for a female fan, way to get drawn into part 3, and that was claimed by a woman. So good for her. And
That's awesome.
yeah, it's things are going along well. And like I said, if you did not get in on the part 1 campaign, you can add part 1 as an add-on, physical copy or the digital copy. I think that's about it, pretty much about it. It's going to be. I think it's fair to say, yeah, part 2 is definitely going to have more action than part 1. And I think the cliffhanger is definitely going to be better in part 2 than it was in part 1. And then that'll lead into part 3, which is going to be a little bit definitely fair. Well, I've just started the script on that one, but definitely a fair amount of action, but a little bit more. Part 3 will be a little bit more detective story as well. So at any rate, definitely want to back part 2 as soon as you can. Get in on it. And last thing is, I try to get these things turned around pretty quickly. Last time for part 1, my campaign ended on May 21st. I started shipping June 16th, and this campaign will end December 18th, and I'm going to try to start shipping January. Is sometime toward the end of January. So I will get this turned around pretty quickly. And right now we have 30 pages all inked and about 12 pages colored, and almost that many pages colored and lettered. So things are moving along and should have it pretty much done by the time the campaign is done and ready to go to the printer by the time the campaign is over. So yeah, superheroes meet the Sopranos, and this time the Sopranos get whacked. All right.
Yeah, man,
thank you,
awesome.
gentlemen.
Yeah, thank you. We do have the link in the chat, so you can go support Tilt 2. Had El Gargo in the house earlier asking if you just sell the cover laminated.
No.
But you can get a poster of the Virgin cover, so there you go.
Yeah. No, unfortunately, the Virgin the standard cover was done. Unfortunately, if you wanted to buy it as art, the standard cover was drawn digitally, so there's no original art for that. But but Vic King does all of his stuff on pad, and so did Alan Gray. So there was original art to sell this time on some of those.
That's always a bonus, I also work with digital artists, so well, it has its benefits. Definitely not having at least a couple physical pages. It's kind of a bummer, even if you don't sell them, just to have them, So,
yeah.
Yeah.
But if they make a mistake, it's a lot easier to go back and change it.
Definitely.
Yep.
Like, sorry, you just drew that whole page. Can you erase it?
Yeah. Well, the other day,
sometimes it's just for one panel, so you have to cut out a little piece, put it there, glue it, then.
Well, the other day, my artist and I, we realized he'd forgotten some of the tiaras for the Queen on some of the pages, so he had to rush back and put those in, and it's like, good thing it's digital. So
yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, as far as like the story goes, This going to be just an ongoing. There's going to be Tilt 4, 5, 6, as long as people
Yeah,
back.
there's going to be the Spirit of Chaos, which I'm going to be drawing into issue 3. That'll come toward the end of issue 3, and that will lead in. Whoop, sorry, that'll almost knock my water over there. That will lead into issue 4, which is going to be a new story arc, and I'm not going to really reveal too much about that story because it'll be clear pretty much what's coming at the end of issue 3. But it has to deal with the Spirit of Chaos, and she will lead us into issue 3. So, or issue 4 rather. I'm sorry. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
So
so
yeah,
I'll have
guys,
that story arc, and then I'll have I think there will be a third story arc too. And someone once suggested on one show a couple months ago that I should have tarot cards, bring those in. So I think I'll do something with that in the third story arc. So
that's a good idea.
of course, does mean I have to go out and learn about tarot cards, which I know next to nothing. But hey, something new to learn. That's that can always be fun. That can always be fun.
For sure. All right, guys. So yeah, please go and support Tilt 2. Support.cog. Like I said, you'll be getting it quick turnaround. Definitely a plus as a backer. I've backed over $100, so the quick turnaround does help.
That's what I'm trying to. Damn, the poster is too big to put in the bathroom. No, it's not. It's 11. It's 11 by 17. It's ideal for a bathroom. I mean,
Michael
put
Beacon.
it up there and.
What's up?
Not much.
Yeah. How's Seven Legions doing?
Good. We're still in demand, fulfilling on demand. Next few backers get a free sketch.
All right.
Got rid of a pretty good sketch today, the other day. So that's on its way to a backer now.
Outstanding.
Yeah, guys. If you don't know, Michael Beacon is a ship on demand. So if you order the book right now, he will get out of his pajamas.
Yep.
He'll pack the book. He'll go out to his mailbox naked, and then he'll ship it out to
you. All that because the freaking neighbor won't stop the dog from taking a shit on his lawn. So that's how he traumatized it.
Yep. I take a shit on their lawn to assert dominance.
Ooh. You pee on their mailbox
El
too,
Gargo.
Mark your territory.
Yep.
Simping for the bacon.
Yep, like always. Nailing those colors on Telson and Adverse.
Yep. Working on that right now as on the stream.
We will be reviewing that on Indie Comic Stream soon.
Oh, sweet.
Seven Legions, but so here's my copy.
Nice.
That's awesome.
The artwork is beautiful in that one.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Henry and Pablo did an amazing job on that. And there's Maxis Zabbers on issue 1 for a few pages. Did an amazing job as well.
And then this came the other week, and I'm working my way through this too. So
nice.
Yeah. Hope you like it.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah. Everyone in my family who's read it loved it.
Hey Edwin,
Sweet.
so I've signed up for the ACE mailing list, but tell us about the ACE. What what is it?
Yeah, the ACE is the story of a young man looking for purpose who discovers the remains of a shooting star that ends up changing his life forever. Basically, it's a throwback to the early 90s Marvel Comics. I was a big fan. I kind of grew up. That was my era where I grew up on. So I was a big fan, of course, Spider-Man, X-Men. I loved all the big bombastic books. But the thing for me, it was the side books, the new books like Darkhawk, Sleepwalker.
Yeah, well, no, that was a really nice era for comics. I remember reading a lot of those, and yeah, that's always a great era to
There was a
go
whole
back
bunch of
to.
new superhero that we never really heard much from after.
Yeah,
Hey, Dark Arc was one of them. I really liked. I still have the entire series.
I think that's when we got some of the first standalone
Yeah,
Wolverine stuff
Mhm.
too, and that was some of those were really good.
Yep. The Claremont one with Frank
yeah,
Miller was
although it
great.
was a different. Yeah, it was a whole different vibe back then. I
Mm-hmm.
kind of wanted to break.
You're botting up, dude.
Yeah, I know. Give me a second.
You want to run the trailer? No.
When a young man in search of purpose stumbles across a shooting star, his life is altered forever. The alien remnant transforms him into the Ace, a super-powered armored being with wondrous capabilities.
Nice.
The Ace is a throwback to early 90s Marvel comics like Darkhawk, Sleepwalker, and Death's Head 2. This is the story of an average Joe thrown into alien and extraordinary circumstances. As he struggles to get a grip on his newfound abilities, bounty hunters from outer space come to collect his prize. The Ace is bringing the fun, weird, and fantastic back to comics. Don't miss out. Learn the origins of the latest sci-fi legend. The Ace.
Having trouble?
Yeah, you know how StreamYard is with me.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're making fun of it, not of you.
Yeah, it's all good.
And since we were talking about it,
All right, I'm gonna drop out for a second. I'll be right back.
yep.
He's going to give us a topic here. Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island. Discuss.
I was about to tell him to share the trailer of Seven Legions, but he ducked out
yeah.
before. So yeah, people watching right now, while we wait till Ace comes back, go check out his book. Go sub to his mailing list.
Mm-hmm.
Go grab a copy of Seven Legions because you'll get it pretty goddamn quick.
Yep.
And go back Doc Hogg there because he delivers pretty goddamn quick as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And welcome back, Ace.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Mhm.
Yep,
Yep.
we can.
All right, there we go. Success.
Want to share my screen for a sec?
Sure. Give me 1 second. You good?
Yep.
Oh, no sound.
No sound?
Yep. There it is.
That dwarf. Ah, that was Doc Hawk.
Cool.
Yes, so that was a longer trailer.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to.
Oh, that was great. Yeah.
That was really nice to call the Twitter the tweets out there. I'll have to remember to do that this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a great idea.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you have anything new to show us about the Ace?
Yeah.
If your computer will let us.
Yeah. Trying to see the best way to do this. Yeah, it doesn't let me share screen on my phone. Actually, why don't you share what you were working on, and I'll see if I can DM you something.
Oh yeah, you mean what I was working on?
Yeah, the what you sent me earlier.
Oh, yeah. Give me a sec. There you go. This little thing.
Yeah, man. Finally, made me wait for it.
Oh, here it is.
Yes.
There you
The Ace, all beefed up, and about to ruin somebody's day. And I think Passion's gonna be coloring it, and that's gonna be his final piece, right? He retires after that.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Passion's been talking about retirement now for like 3 years. I'm not sure I'm buying it anymore. You know, at first he's like, "Yeah, this is my last piece, my last piece." I'm like, "All right, you saying this your last one yet? You keep coming back."
Like, I'm not coloring no more. I'm retired. Then we show him this. I'm coloring this.
Yeah.
You're retired.
Like, make up your mind, brother. Like, yeah, come on, what's going on here?
Talking about colors, want me to show the what I was showing you earlier?
Yeah.
Well, I showed you that Ink Spot was working on this. Right. This is a sample from the cover from Tales from the Adverse 2.
Yeah, as I keep saying about this piece, it's like a Renaissance painting with far less micro penis.
And he's also working on the presentation, the interior cover, and the credit page. And look at this.
Nice.
So that's going to be the when you open the book Tales from an Adverse 1, that's going to be the first interior cover and the credit page.
Yeah, man, that's amazing.
And while we have Beacon here,
Yeah.
look at the sample he sent me.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the colors for
one.
from Royal
Yeah.
Rumble.
Yeah.
And also got some lettering from Rose this time. I also got the first story all lettered. He only has 1.5 left to do. So, I'm done sharing new stuff. Go back Tales on an Adverse.
Yes.
Want me to run the trailer? Or before we...
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me a sec. I'm ready.
the Natverse. This ongoing anthology collects short stories introducing characters within the Natverse and are all connected to the main series, Nat the Merc. This 64-plus page perfect-bound anthology series collects short stories introducing Nat, Lawani, Rose, Zed, and other characters within the Natverse that you'll get to know and love in this prelude. This volume contains 2 previously published Nat stories, as well as the previously published Helena Rose stories, introducing you to those characters. In addition, you'll also be receiving 2 brand new stories by Simon Sim Paultier. Royal Rumble, colored by 7 Legions Michael Beacon. Also, Nat and Zed, colored by Spartan Scotsman of Xenotype. Arm up and fire off into the Natverse.
I like that. That animation there at the end.
You like it? It's a little piece of candy at the end.
Definitely catchy.
Did you have someone do that, or the animation, or were you able to do that at your on your own at the end there?
I'm a 2D, 3D animator by trade.
Okay. Very cool.
So I'm working on on the side while I'm working on the books. So when I get to Not the Merc #1 after Tales from the Natverse 3, I should have an intro, like an anime intro, like those Japanese animation.
Cool.
Hopefully, because it does take a lot of time to do all of those in color. I draw frame by frame. I don't flash it. I did a few tests and they came out pretty cool.
You've definitely got some talent, sir.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Some point in the future, when I can afford you, I may ask you to do something like that video for me. I like that. So.
Oh, and El Galgo mentions Runes of Run 2. Yeah, that's a project I'll be working on when he gets the script.
Yeah. I gotta work on a script for that dwarf story.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be part of that Inkslayer project.
Yep.
So will Demona. And I don't know if you guys have, if you've seen it, Doc, but there was that little Metal Mayhem rock boy that we shared around, like a little cartoon metal boy.
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh no? Okay, in a sec. That's Inkspot's creation, and we're going to be doing a book of it.
Oh, cool. Very nice.
Where's Metal Mayhem rock boy? Right here. Yeah. There you go. You share my screen? There you go.
I have not seen that before. Very all right. All right.
So Inkslayer, we're coming up with our little studio and imprint, and it's me, Scotsman, Inkspot, and Beacon.
Looks like that guitar there doubles as a
Yes,
as a very
it does.
handy weapon to have.
Exactly.
All right.
That's the exact point. That's why, as you see, like the end is sharp.
Now, what kind of metal is he into? Is it thrash metal, or is he like into Judas Priest too, or
classic metal, recent one, and they gave him powers.
All right.
He's the son of the metal gods. Yeah.
All right.
So there's gonna be, and we're gonna be doing one big book called Inkslayer with, each, 5 stories in it. It's gonna be interesting, and the dwarf from 7 Legions is gonna be in there. That beautiful jetpack rocket powered axe dwarf.
Yeah.
Sounds cool, right? Imagine it has a Viking mech.
Yep. Yeah,
And I'm
you're
like,
gonna.
you didn't bring that up in the beginning of your goddamn story.
That, I had already, I had already planned on having him come in with his mech in issue 4, but he kept pushing that idea, giving him his own story, and eventually I was like, yeah, I thought of something.
Yeah,
So the story you're going to see him in for Inkslayer, it's sort of his sort of covers his journey from being just that low level soldier of the Seven Legions to being the High King or the Odin of the Dwarven people. So yeah, it's bit by
yeah.
bit.
I ran a good campaign. Like me and Gargo ran a good campaign to get the Rot to write that sequel to Rules of Ragnar.
Here's my virtual pat on your back there, Sim. There you go.
And one of the projects that I'm bringing is we're going to be doing a story of Nat, but it's going to be in painted style.
Sweet.
And we're bringing Demona. And Edwin likes Demona. Right?
Oh
Edwin?
yeah, I do.
And if people don't know who she is, I don't know if you guys remember seeing her around a year ago.
Demona.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Looks like my future ex-wife.
And this is their demon form.
Oh, yeah. Enlarge that a little bit. Bring it in. I want to see. Yeah, definitely my future ex-wife. Nice.
So yeah, that's gonna be me and Inkspot bringing that. So that's gonna be very interesting. So you don't want to miss Inkslayer.
I don't know.
Go follow us on Twitter, YouTube. We have nothing on YouTube yet, but it's coming. Slowly but surely.
Hey, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Turtle power, dude.
Oh,
Steady, right? Yeah, steady.
Yeah, I did DM you that page if you wanna.
You did?
Share that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
Yeah, so this is a
Doom.
page, the black and white page of the story Swoons is working on for me. It's gonna be fully colored and beautiful.
Nice.
So that's when he gets into cloaking or something?
Yep, and it goes into cloaking mode. Yep.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah, this is an interesting story. It's I always kind of the closest thing to it. I say it's a kind of like a. I don't know if anybody you guys have seen Lost before.
I never got into that series.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not missing anything, but the basis, unless you want to pull your hair out by the last season, you know. But anyway, like basically, if the story follows these people who crashed on this island and how how they kind of try and survive and pair up and leaders are chosen and all that stuff. But then the TV show brings on a lot of mysteries, like all of a sudden you're following these people, they're on the island, whatever. That they'll cut away to this guy in like some sort of like bunker or something, and he's messing around on a computer, but you have no idea who this guy is. And you're like, all right, that's kind of weird. And obviously, as the season goes on, you'll find out more and more about the guy in the hatch. So it's kind of like a mystery piece. So this one won't have too much dialogue, and like the main story that Canales is doing is basically like a traditional superhero comic. This one leaves a little more that you kind of have to read it and figure out where it's going. So, but Smith has done a killer job on this. He's working on this while he's finishing up Oddity. So, but yeah, he's done a killer job on this one. I love I love everything he's doing on this right now. He's doing the pencils on the color, so it's gonna be pretty sick.
Before I do something stupid.
Yes. So yeah, guys, just want to share a little something from the Ace with all you guys. Thank you for
All right.
supporting. Please sign up for the mailing list. I'll have all the links and everything in the description. We usually get quite a few views on the replay over the weekend. So yeah, guys, thank you for coming on with me
Oh
tonight.
yeah. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna close with his trailer again because I like it.
Go,
A sec. There you go.
go, Sim, go now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
It's that time again, my friends. Time to get tilted. The campaign for Tilt Part 2 is underway. Jennifer Poehler was in danger after mobsters murdered her dad. For her protection, spirits gave her the power to make the characters in an ordinary deck of playing cards come alive. Now she has to use that power to eliminate the mobsters who killed her dad. In issue 2, it is time for the mobsters to face the music. But what price will Jennifer pay? Will her recklessness catch up with her? Find out and back Tilt Part 2. Brought to you by the same team that brought you issue 1. Written by David Doc Hogg Hogber. Illustrated by Marcos Lima. Colored by Lenore King. And lettered by D. Jason Meadows. Bringing you 32 pages of sexiness, surprises, and slaughter. Tilt Part 2, now on Indiegogo. It's superheroes meet the Sopranos, and this time, the Sopranos get whacked. Go get it now. Yeah!
Yeah, that's awesome, man. All right, guys, thank you for joining us. You guys have a good night.
All righty. Thanks for having us on. Appreciate it.
Later.
Later.